live on 2K Sports. So Sacramento will get the first possession. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Saddiq Bey, Harden out there with Hardaway. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Eason in at the 4 slot. Gilgeous-Alexander against Bey. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Banchero against Eason. Bey with a screen on Banchero. Eason passes to Bey. Here's Towns. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Turner. Hardaway against Miller. Pass to Turner. Takes it off the glass.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league. And we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, a couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
And not a regular spot for Turner, but he shot with confidence, and that's what matters.
Harden looking it over. Hardaway against Miller. Tries the spin move. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. Bey, no good.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Down low. Here's McDaniels. Good. And Miller gets the assist. When you look at the NBA. Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moment. Defend at a high level, and I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the floor.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Miller against Eason. Out to Turner, puts up a deep 3, and it's Sacramento with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Miller against Harden. Puts up a deep three. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And here are the Jazz now. They've got an 8-0 run. And, Johns, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10 or 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me...
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. Pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Ware's checked in, and Castle is subbed in for Brandon Miller. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Tari Eason. Howard's checked in for Sadiq Bey. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. 1:49 left to play in the first. Pass to Sohan. And here's Harden. Trying to end the drought. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Here's Ware. Fires the 3. The rebound by Harden. Out to the right wing. Outside Howard. Utah with the rebound.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
McDaniels kicks to Ware. Here's Banchero. Another miss by Utah.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harden outside. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shake. No good. Shot missing.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Harden against Gilgeous-Alexander. Harden outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Utah with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. A look at the field goal percentage number. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
They've got Castle. Also, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander out there. Miller is out there with Turner. And it's Ware in at the power forwards position. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some. And I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. Turner with a screen for Miller. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 4. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Ware, good.
Continues to develop his playmaking abilities. Gilgeous-Alexander is an unselfish team player.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Sacramento. Topic comes in for Davion Mitchell. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in the years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
Pass to Towns. Over Turner. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Towns has got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, with his size and build, Towns can be very forceful inside, and no one was able to stop him.
Here's Castle. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. It's rebounded by Topic. The Kings trail by 13. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long run.
Miller outside. It's rebounded by Towns. The Kings trail by 10. Anderson right side. Sacramento moving it around. Pass to Topic. Gilgeous-Alexander against Anderson. That's a 2 from Towns. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you know, usually you want to foul a 7-footer, but not Towns. He's excellent at the line.
A different look for Utah. Paolo Banchero comes in for Miles Turner, and it's McDaniels in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Castle. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
This is where we'll probably see Castle the most, creating opportunities with the ball in his hands.
Pass to Bay. Eason with a screen for Bay. Here's Eason. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Connects on the 9-footer. Towns has got 9.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start to that first quarter.
Here's Castle, guarded by Harden. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Pass to Castle. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got 3 assists tonight.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Towns with the steal. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Bay passes to Hardaway. Towns a screen on Miller. Hardaway from outside. Again, the miss by the Kings. Now, here's Banchero. Still scoreless. Miller finds Banchero. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first half of play. Jazz out in front. They're up by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Lindsay road trip ahead, but that's a challenge they can rise to. Chance to prove their grit.
Yeah, the road can bring opportunity.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Sacramento Kings.
To me,
that'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the court for Sacramento, they've got Tari Eason, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Harden. Then it's Saddiq Bey, and it's Towns in at the center position. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And for a big man, Banchero has a rare mix of moves. I mean, this guy can cross up defenders. He blows by people. Terrific handle for a guy that's it.
Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year. And on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Driving inside. It's hauled in by the Kings. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Hardaway finds Harden. Looking to get back on track here, and good that time. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Timeout called by the Kings. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
McDaniels against Bay. And here is McDaniel. To the middle, here's Turner, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Turner's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Outside Hardaway. Easton passes to Bay. Hits it from 3-point range. Bay's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's got 8. Out to Miller. The Jazz working the ball around now. 4 on the shot clock. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Harden. Outside, Towns. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. Here's Turner, and Turner with the slam.
And throw it down, big fella. Turner way above the rim.
Utah shooting their first free throw tonight. A different look for Utah. Ware's checked in, and Castle is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a change for the Kings. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Bay. And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
Sacramento making some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Jeremy Sohan subbed in for Tari Eason. Harden the pass to Sohan. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Kings making a change here. Waddy's checked in. 1:30 left in the third. Harden outside. Pass to Sohan. Fader on the way. And yes, it's good. Sohan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, nice jumper from Sohan. When he's hitting that, this team is hard to defend.
Castle. Out to Turner. Beyond the arc. And the three ball is good. Turner's got 12 in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Pass to Sohan. Screen by Adams for three. A nice shot by Sohan. 7 points in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Makes decisive decisions on the hardwood. Once Turner saw the catch and shoot opportunity, he was locked and loaded.
And there's the drive, and the basket is good. Sohan's got 7 points for the quarter. Jazz leading by 14. Pass to Turner. Miller right side. Here's Ware. Back to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Releases. And Utah again with the bucket.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Jazz lead by 16. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Castle is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Ware in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group right now for Utah. Pass to Castle. Stolen by Mitchell. Fast break, here they come. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Castle. Banchero left side. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Castle misses.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Offensive rebound. Jazz leading by 16. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Mitchell. Here's Castle. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Jazz lead by 19.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Here's Sohan. McDaniels defending. Sohan, the pass to Adams. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Adams has got his first bucket in this one.
Hey, if you want Sohan to play point forward for you, he can certainly do that.
Mitchell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Kicks it out to Banchero. Here's Castle. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Mitchell against Gilgeous-Alexander. To the wing on the left. Now, Sohan. Pass to Grimes. The rebound by the Jazz. Here's Castle. McDaniels in the post. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Grimes with the bucket.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Ware. Yes, that goes in.
Gilgeous-Alexander is so dangerous in these pick and roll sets.
The Kings trail by 16. Timeout, Sacramento. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Miles Turner.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
To the wing right side. Banchero against Eason. Eason grabs the board. The Kings trail by 14. Hardaway with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
A go-to shot for Hardaway Jr. He can really hurt defenses from downtown.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Jazz. Kicks it out to Banchero. Turner for three. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got his fourth rebound in this one. And here's Harden for three. Utah with the rebound. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Banchero. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Eason. Towns looking around. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Jazz leading by 11.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Utah.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time.
And ever win in Portland. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And a great team effort tonight. Help. in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for Miles Turner.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. The good-looking shot from the wing. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Miller. And he drives in. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Jazz, they can just run out the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, good on that one. Good work defensively by Harden. And so it's Utah with the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused.
My name is not Pop. Did they say that I couldn't? I want to go on a vacation. I'll book it. I'm trying to